In this video, I'm going to show you how you can do a really good wheelie. Now, I used to be dead good at wheelies when I was 16, but that was about 22 years ago. But you'll see later on in the video, I've still got what it takes to do a mean wheelie, even maybe the length of a football field, we'll see. So how do you do a wheelie? Very simple. First, you need to have your pedal at about 11 o'clock, that's 11ish. And then when you're pedaling along, you need to be pushing down when your pedal gets to 11. And at the same time, you have to pull up really hard on your handlebars. So you push and pull like that. And if you pull too far, you fall off the back. But likewise, if you don't pull hard enough, you don't do a wheelie. So the idea is to practice until you find the natural balancing point in the middle where you don't fall off. You need to control it using the brake as well. Now it's a bit more difficult with disc brakes because, as you'll see later, they're really strong. So even if you just touch the brake, you can end your wheelie in no time. So you have to feather it really gently. So what we're going to do is show you. You have to get your pedal to 11 and then you pull up and then you have to find your balancing point like that. If you go too far, you fall off. So trick again, onto 11 and then up, and then you have to find that balancing point. So another important part when you're doing a wheelie is to make sure you're in the right gear. If you're into higher gear, I think it is, that means your pedals are going to be going too fast and you're going to be making too much movement and you'll stop your wheelie fairly quickly. Likewise, if you're in a low gear, like, I don't know, 20th or something, and you're going really fast, you're not going to have enough power to get it up and you're going to be doing about 50 miles an hour doing a wheelie, which will end in disaster. Right, so next I'm going to show you what happens if you do a wheelie without using your brake at all. You've got no real control, so if you go too far, you'll just fall off. So you go like that, and then you'll end up jumping off the back. You didn't use the brake. So next, if I show you a wheelie where you're not giving enough lift to the handlebars, you're going to end up doing that. So the trick is to find the right balance point, like this. And then you can go as far as you want. Nice and slow. The slower you are, the more control it is. So just to summarise how to do a wheelie, obviously you need a lot of practice and your balance will naturally come eventually. You need your pedal at about 11 o'clock. Depends what footed you are. I prefer to do it left footed, some people right footed, so whichever one you're more comfortable with, use that one. Then you have to lift as you push with your pedal and then use your brake to make sure you don't topple backwards. And then it's just a case of riding it out, using your handlebars a little bit to control your left and right and do your natural balance, and then you should be able to get a decent length wheelie. So we go like this. I'm getting tired because I'm old now, so that's the end of this tutorial. But what I'm going to try and do after 22 years of not really riding a bike and having bought this Halford Special a little while ago and never pulling a wheelie in 22 years, I'm going to attempt to wheelie the whole length of a regulation size football pitch.
Down this way.
My children. Hey! Oh no. Ah.
Easy.